Scotty and Boaz Rehash, episode 15.
And we're back. Flash plans for the fans in the stands. This is Boaz, and I'm here with the dastardly Scotty 827. How's it going, Scotty?
Happy New Year, Boaz.
Happy New Year to you too, man. 2015 is a big year in the life of Scotty 827, newly minted champion.
And I put up the episode today and
I heard most of it so far.
Did you see how I titled it? Champion in parentheses boom.
Yeah.
That took forever to do.
A right to be proud. It was your New Year's resolution. You got it just under the wire. So
yeah,
awesome.
And in the next episode, we talk about New Year's resolutions, and I can't even remember what my New Year's. One of them was for this year for the podcast Trophy Push Clan to break 100.
Oh, nice.
Which I think we can do because it's one of those things now where we had so many people pushing the last time that hit champion, and I think now it would be a lot easier to get back there. Knowing
the
what
thing
I know.
is, though, the top 100 just keeps getting higher and higher and higher every time. So, like the next time the podcast family pushes, it'll be that much more difficult to make it to the top 100.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
well, we'll see. Because I think we could do it. I mean, we got a year. And, if everybody, if that was the goal, I think people would start pushing earlier. And I got to say, ever since the push, people have been hanging out. Like, I'm finally dropping trophies. I'm really kind of tired. Because, I'd go in with my attacks, but you're getting such sweet loot from hitting those town halls. The league bonuses.
Yeah, for sure.
That it's hard to let go of that. When I'm 120 or 140,000, depending, Masters 2 or 3, it's like, oh, that is such sweet bonus, because then you don't have to go into the camp, and you can actually gain elixir. And here's the biggest news of 2015 so far. My P.E.K.K.A. is going to level 5.
Oh my goodness, Scotty.
It finally happened. Thank you, Boost.
So this is going to have major war implications for you, man. Now you can do like the Town Hall 10 war attack, the standard Town Hall 10 war attack of Go Wipe. Just jumping the P.E.K.K.A.s into the middle and raging them and stuff, with you got your max golems, your max wizard, max P.E.K.K.A.s, you're going to be, doing awesome. What are your heroes at right now?
My queen is actually just going to 17 right now. She's asleep. And my king's still at 15. I'm going to take her to 20. It was 85K dark elixir to get her to 17. And a week down, it's getting rough. It's getting rough, and I think that blows. But yeah, once they're both up to 20, man, you're gonna be, and you get your, start getting the hang of the Go Wipe. I think that's what T-Skits uses, right? And some of the other guys in House of L. Yeah.
So you have some really, really skilled attackers to learn for there.
And so. I need to learn really bad. I gotta say, my war attacks have been horrible. And the only thing that makes me feel better about it is the fact that Mystic, famous YouTuber, Boaz Presents, go back and listen to the episode. He said he's horrible in war attacks. I don't know what it is. Sasquatch gave me a really good feedback, I should say. And I don't know if he meant for me to see it, but it was that I hold back too much. And I think it's, the live audience.
I've been telling you that too, man. You got to get your DPS down right after your tank. Is that what he meant? Like you put your stuff down, you wait too long after you deploy your golems to put your wizards down? I don't know. I
kind of took it more as like I'm not just going for it. You know, and, you know, I look at the base, I figure it out, you know, and we've talked about how you kind of sit back and, you know, we adapt, you know, based on where we're needed, but I don't know. I tried the pig dog attacks. I've been doing that.
And Phoenix in my clan has been doing that, and he gets 6 stars like every war, like max Town Hall 9s and stuff, and it's really.
And I'm not even that good at it. Pretty impressive. And so I go in and I'm like, okay, I can do this in a normal attack, you know, but not when it comes to war for some reason. There's baby Boaz.
Well, I hear him over there with his mommy. Well, a big difference is that the bases are set up so differently for war. Like if you're in a normal attack, they're trying to protect their loot. You know, they're not really, you know, the clan castles aren't always full. The heroes aren't always awake and stuff like that. But if you're in war, you know, they're designing it to prevent against as many types of attacks as possible. You know, the clan castle's always full. The heroes are always, you know, up awake. And at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been discouraging.
So it's trickier. And now people are trying to do stuff to you know, prevent against the pig dog attacks. And that's, I still don't have a great handle on what to do to prevent against that. But it's going to be more and more common that people are going to put little things into their base to just prevent that from working.
Mess it up. I think the things that I've seen that help against pig dog attacks or that have stopped me, but that doesn't take much, are not symmetrical air defenses. You know, if they're off kilter a little bit, you know, and especially if they're in range of a single inferno. Because with the pig dog attacks, the real benefit of it
will destroy the pig dog so quickly.
Yeah, and it seems like the real benefit, and I didn't realize it till mine got maxed, was that when those little mini pigs blow, they turn into little minions. But if you don't have the defenses down around them, they just get taken out right away. But if you can do it so you maximize those little pigs, they can do a ton of damage. You know.
Well, and Phoenix in my clan, when he does his attack, he brings like 10 minions or something, which just seems so crazy to me. Like, how do you clean up? You know, like I remember when you were saying like you can't farm with that stuff because there's nothing to actually do damage to non-defensive buildings and everything. But so he just uses all his minions on the clan castle troops, and then he and I think sometimes if it's like mass archers and maybe some witches and stuff or low-level wizards that clump together, then he'll use a balloon to take out everything out at once. But he'll just blow all his minions right away and go in. So only with pig dogs and balloons, only things that target defenses. And he depends 100% on the lava pups to take out all the non-defensive buildings. You know, besides, I guess, balloons doing some damage once all the defenses are
How many
dead.
Pig dogs is he taking in?
4.
Okay.
And that's at Town Hall 9, which was why he has like no minions. But he's 3-starring high-level bases. I mean, high-level Town Hall 9 bases like every time. So
and it's
pretty.
It seems like when you run up against
awesome.
the people with these high-level walls. Oh, there were some really good bases in the last war, which we lost by just a couple at the last minute. But if the walls are positioned right, then it's like 2 jump spells, or you got to count on the bombers, and the bombers are idiots.
You need so many bombers to get through like lava walls and stuff too. It's so demoralizing. But that's the thing. If all of your clans, you know, in terms of Town Hall 9s, if you just get like a couple pig dog specialists and they can hit the guys with the really, really tough walls, then it kind of makes it so much easier for the rest of the clan. Now people that have ground attacks can concentrate on the people that don't have as crazy of walls, because going with a ground attack on someone that has like mostly lavas, it's just, especially if they're in the right kind of places and stuff, so hard to get through with the bombers. And
I just wish you could practice more, you know, with the war attacks. You know, of course there's people out there that are doing that, But, you only get the two, usually pretty unique camps. And it's just, I big credit to people who can go in and just smash it, seen a lot of good attacks, and it's like, holy, I don't know.
Well,
And I think
here's the thing:
you
do a lot of like innovation and stuff, which awesome. And this is going to sound really bad, but now you can like stop innovating and stuff because it's pretty much at Town Hall 10 when you have max troops. There's like one attack that works best against max Town Hall 10 bases, which is Go Wipe. So if now you can just concentrate on learning that one thing instead of a lot of your times you're like, I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm going to try this, which is awesome. And it's great for the podcast. People learn different things. People see your interesting replays and stuff. And well, it's just cool. I mean, it sounds like such a shitty thing to say, like, no, don't innovate, don't try new things. But in terms of like just the reality of it, if you focus now on just the standard kind of go wipe attack that people do at Town Hall 10, and you learn from those high level guys in your clan, you can really perfect it, and you can have that one thing to focus on instead of trying a bunch of different things and just kind of getting a little better at something and then switching to something else. If you have one thing that you focus on, especially those max P.E.K.K.A.s are tense. They're so good.
It will make a difference because I will put one in my CC, but that's all I can take in. And I can take in the 4s. But it's like all the different damage per second and hit points, but we'll see. There's a few days left. I'm saving for, I think I might go with archers first over giants.
Level 7 giants, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm so curious about, though. I have some guys that have been using, Adam in my clan has been using the level 7 giants. One of the guys, Kevin, has them. And so he's been, I think they've both been working with them a lot, and they really are liking them. So I don't know. I think that's going to be a component of, not really. But I've been seeing them do like basically simulated war attacks, 3-starring, solid Town Hall 10s and stuff outside of war, and 3-starring a Town Hall 10 outside of war is still so much easier than doing it in war, because the bases are just designed differently, and just things are, I don't know, there's just a lot of different variables. But yeah, I just see them doing these awesome attacks. So I think they're probably planning on bringing it to war. I mean, the golems are nice because they split apart, when they die and everything. But I would imagine that especially against single infernos, that you would want that 6 max giants would be better than 1 golem, because as soon as an inferno latches onto a golem, it's not going to switch targets. It's just going to get stronger and stronger till it destroys it.
Yeah.
And if there's a bunch of giants, then I would think so. I would think that would be a better tank when people do have single target infernos.
But then there's those damn spring traps. So that's what the level 7 giants should do.
Oh, yeah.
They should be heavy enough at this point to not set off a spring trap.
That would be so OP, though. That would be so OP. I'm sure there's a reason that they don't do that. That would be way too good, I would think.
I don't know. Well, and so, did you enjoy the boost?
But I did. And one last thing about war before we get into that, or this Town Hall 10 stuff, is I was in House of L. We were doing an anti-push, like K-Fam. We were talking about it in a line chat and stuff. So I was like, I'm going to do 200 farming and stuff. And I was down there, and it was interesting, and like all, sorts of different bases that you see. And then it's time for war, and I'm out of the war because I have like 150 cups or something. And I was like, fuck some 200 farming. Like, God damn it. I don't care at all about this. I just want to be in the war. I was so pissed. But then I went over to L, and I did a war with you guys. And actually, I'm not sure if you were in it. I know you were pushing, so I don't think you were there. But I saw some of T. Skitz's attacks.
Okay.
And I saw his strategy of using the clan castle troops to draw in the P.E.K.K.A.s. and it's awesome.
Okay.
So, huge shout out to T. It's like he was like, so I was watching one of the replays and I was like, oh,
that's what he's talking about.
Because I never wanted to like be like that doesn't work because I didn't know whether it worked or not. And so I think then once the P.E.K.K.A.s are drawn in, because if they have a bunch of archers, then your P.E.K.K.A.s are completely screwed if they're in the center with a bunch of archers because the P.E.K.K.A.s have to hit them all one by one, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that's when he drops the light spell. I think he waits for the CC troops to pull the P.E.K.K.A.s and the heroes, or the P.E.K.K.A.s and the king, into the middle, then drops the light spell on them, and then the P.E.K.K.A.s are already in there, and they just immediately destroy the town hall, anything else that's in there, because they get in there with higher amount of health if they get sucked in there real quick. And so yeah, it was pretty.
God,
it was pretty awesome.
So dirty
and
if taken out of context. That whole little thing.
But yeah, it's definitely a disclaimer is that like I've never been Town Hall 10 or done Town Hall 10 attacks and stuff. So like when I'm talking about Town Hall 10 war attacks, it's just things that I've
watched,
seen and stuff. And so
they always look so pretty on the outside. I'll say that. Like sometimes, like I get lucky and I'm like, whoa, look at this. And then I look back, I'm like, wow, that guy knew that was me. Yeah. He knew what he was doing. No, that was pure luck and panic. And I go back to see how it all ended up or worked out. So I do have to say,
that was pretty badass. So shout out to T Skits on that. I see his thing.
That brings up your rage against the outside booby trap town halls. I started playing by the code a little bit, and I put my town hall.
You mean not trapping your town hall?
Yeah, I haven't trapped my town hall, but I also put my town hall outside, and it's not trapped. And then when people come in and take it, and then take everything else, that makes me really pissed off. Because that was like the free shield.
Do you hold a lot of? That's the thing. Is I wonder if it's so much more effective for me. Like I never get my stuff taken, but it's because I'm just working on walls and stuff, and then I work on heroes. I have a ton of dark elixir, but I usually like super protect that, so it's not very tempting for people to want to go in there and get it. And so I would think if you're sitting on tons and tons of golden elixir, then no matter where your town hall is, it's not going to be.
Well, yeah, I'm going for. Well, now I laid off the walls because I got my mortar upgrading to max, the new mortar.
Nice. The last one, nice.
And now I'm going to start on the archer towers. And the archer towers are the air defense. Probably the archer towers. I don't know.
Those archer towers look so cool when they're... And the air defenses might be more useful, I guess, technically, but I don't know. I think they look kind of goofy. And those archer towers, the max ones, with shooting like the razor arrows and stuff, it's just so awesome.
And I almost think... God, I'm so tempted to start my cannons because I feel like that's coming next. I feel like in the update coming that the cannons are going to change because the archer towers changed. They double shot, but what if cannons fire half as fast but do more damage?
Well, I think that the archer tower thing may have been to differentiate cannons and archer towers, and so like now maybe that they did the archer tower thing. Now they don't need to do anything to cannons because there's nothing else that's like cannons.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like they were so similar before, and so now that archer towers are different, cannons are unique just by virtue of the fact that. What? Go ahead.
I just so want to be done with my troop upgrades so that I can just go for gold.
Big thing.
Yeah. Go for gold constantly. Like, I mean, I don't even go for gold. If it's there, that's nice.
Well, you can go for elixir too, and then just put all your elixir will just go into walls, basically.
Yeah, then that would be nice.
Then you can balance it out, just elixir and walls, gold and defenses, and you don't have to you never have to decide. Oh, do I want to do a wall or want to do a defense? It just is decided for you.
And however much you got. One wall every 5 or 10 days. I mean, elixir is just so hard to come by, and now post boost, it's like hangover city.
Oh yeah, things are gonna get rough.
It was just flowing. And what happened was I to get my Pekka going, I got it up to 6 million elixir, and it started getting hit pretty bad. And I collected my War CC loot, and then I jammed the last, I think it was only like 500k elixir, because I'm like, I just need to do this, get it going, because I don't want to go away from an attack and come back and have, then I'm down 500,000, that.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before. If it's like I'm farming, and then it's like I don't have time to do any more raids for the night, and I'm almost there, and if I log off, I'm gonna get hit for a ton, and so I'll just gem the last little. I mean, I guess I haven't been in a position to do that for so long because I've been working on walls for so long now, but I guess with heroes, even I've done, gem like the last little bit of dark elixir on heroes in the past, just because I don't want to get, everything. I mean, now it's not really an issue because the dark elixir storage is so protected. I only really get hit with light spells against my dark elixir, but in the past, especially when you're kind of like a lower town hall, saving up a ton of elixir for something, or dark elixir for something, and you're just so vulnerable then.
Yeah.
So it's
and the zappers, that I think after we talked about that, all of a sudden people started sharing the replays. I'm like, no wonder people get pissed off. When you get up there and all of a sudden there just comes zap, and it's basically a trade off for the amount of elixir that you're spending to get the dark elixir. But holy shit, it's like when we talk about really these things, when they come up in the real life, then it's like, oh, I see.
Like, that's what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, because I haven't been getting hit, but.
And it's always hilarious to me when they expend way too much elixir, in comparison to what they get back. Like, it's just so, like, when they drop 5 lightning spells and get like 400 dark elixir or 300 dark elixir because they like misjudged how much was in my storage. They're like, it was mostly in my drills or something like that. And just cracks me up so much. Like, you spent so much time cooking those spells, so much elixir on those spells, and you just basically just got nothing for them. That's hilarious.
So what have you been hearing about Boaz going to Town Hall 10?
Oh yeah, well, so before we get into this, I wanted to tell everybody, do the survey on the website.
Yes, please.
So we've been meaning to remind people about this. It takes literally like 10 seconds. Just go on our website, clashclanspodcast.com. Up at the top, there's a tab that says survey. You go in. It takes no time. It is a huge help to us. It'll not only like help us to improve the podcast and stuff. It could potentially help us to put the podcast out more often, and it's good for everyone. So go on there. Do that. Does not take very long. It makes a big difference to us. So yeah, that would be.
It just asks you like your age range, and we just need a certain number of people to do it. To be considered for advertising. Not like it's going to be plastered with advertising or anything like that. But
you don't need to. It's not going to be a negative thing for anyone, definitely.
But if anybody out there is listening and wants some product placement, like Diet Pepsi, you can certainly email the podcast.
You can pay us in Diet Pepsi even.
That works. So you've been getting a lot of shit now tonight because I said that.
Yeah. I've been active in the line chat. This is apparently an extremely polarizing topic.
It is.
Should I go to Town Hall 10? Coop is always good because he mentions like, I really don't give a shit whether Boaz goes to Town Hall 10, but it's really more of a general argument of, should you max your Town Hall 9, beyond the defenses and the elixir, or basically, should you continue working on it at all after you've done your defenses and your troops? And so that's a very like polarizing topic. There's
and you got
so
kind of put in the hot seat because you're kind of the representative of it.
Yeah, there's someone that's like, I'm Team Boaz on this, and I was like, well, it's not. I mean, it's like so many, like a lot of the high level players like are very much about that. It's not, but I'm happy to be the figurehead of the movement or whatever it is. And so it's really fun to talk about, what, even if people are getting pissed at me and stuff, it's fun to have a topic that people are getting interested in and excited about and stuff. So some people are getting really pissed, like Nat and Mailman Matt and Coop and some other people are very adamant. But so Scotty was telling me that in House of L, there's a lot of comments and stuff. So what's going on behind the scenes there?
You've become a verb.
Oh yeah. What's that?
Boazing your town hall.
I love it.
And Mailman said, I'm from now on at every status update or every replay I share, I'm going to put Boaz in it in some way. and so they were talking about it. And
it's really interesting how impassioned people are getting about it.
Because I kind of opened up the debate with the petition, and
it's true.
And it's about should Boaz go, or should he, continue to work and stay at Town Hall 9 and not go up? And Boaz texted me today, and the reason it came up, and I think it had already come up earlier. I don't know, because you maybe were in the line chat for the Kryptonian family shout out. But it was, I said, Boaz texted me and said, we should talk about Town Hall 9 or Town Hall 11. And I asked in L, I said, Boaz brought up Town Hall 11. Should we, or what do you guys think? Is it coming? And Mailman said, and I think he meant 11 here. So I'm going to just put it this way. He goes, I'm not going to Boaz it. I'm going straight to 12 or something like that. Or Boaz goes straight to 11. One thing,
I really don't think it's coming soon, but I just have had a lot of thoughts about it lately that I figured we could talk about. So I'm not really predicting that it's going to come soon, but so anyway, so Mailman's going to Boaz it straight to 11. He'll probably just have like purple walls and be a max.
Well, Boneyard,
Town Hall 10 or something.
That's the one thing about the boost that, and you probably heard about it on the episode maybe today, that he was pissed because he didn't get any black walls, level 8s, and because of that, he couldn't use the boost to upgrade, or use the elixir from the boost to upgrade his walls. Except
he doesn't have any skull walls.
He has some.
Oh, so he can use. I mean, he can boost those. I've been seeing people with purple walls and Legos because they can use elixir on the Legos, and so it's kind of interesting. Like you never really used to see that much in the past, but now people that are working on walls, like they'll use gold on their skulls and elixir on their Legos. I've seen a few people Town Hall 9s doing that, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Actually, let me look here. Speaking of, we're talking about the future of the game, of course. I bet the next troop, I maintain that it's going to be a level 3 witch. I really do. But I think because of the wall change, there'll be a level 7 bomber.
Oh, wait. Because people are going to have stronger walls in general, you mean? Oh, that's interesting.
Because looking in these war attacks...
And that's the next, besides Goblin, Bomber is the next logical progression in the regular barracks in terms of, like, now that they're getting level 7 troops. Level 7 Goblin and Wallbreaker would be the next ones in line.
It would be nice if they did a level 7 Goblin or a bomber, sorry, and it had hit points that could take at least one archer hit. That, from a high level archer tower, because their hit points for the bombers are ridiculously low. So you have to take in so many. They cost so much. So I have level 6.
And if they get hit by a mortar or a whiz tower or something.
Oh yeah, a whiz tower, anything. It's 54 hit points. So I mean, you might as well send them in just to take half a second from your archer tower. But they're 3,500 Elixir, take 2 spaces, and the damage it's 20 or 60, and the walls are. I'm trying to look here to see.
Isn't it like times 40 against walls though? So it'd be like 24.
Yeah.
100 or something.
Yeah, I'm trying. If you forget all this stuff as because you use them and you can know what they work against. Let's see here. Doesn't say on the information. Oh yeah, times 40. So 240. So you still need 2 to get through level 8 walls, the black ones, because they're 3,000. So.
And do you need 3 to get through the blue walls then? I think
you need Lego.
Yeah, no, the zaps, the level 11 walls.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because it's really rough at Town Hall 9. The level 5 bombers, you need I think 4 of them to get through lavas, which is just such a.
And you have to get them there.
Huge, yeah. You have to get them there. Like if you send 4 of them and then they get zapped by something, then like that's. You'd have to spend so much housing space on bombers in order to have like backups if things fail and stuff, and if they don't get through, then your troops are banging away on a huge hit point wall, and yeah, it's so that's actually interestingly enough like one of the things that would most like benefit from Town Hall 10. It seems like such kind of like a minor innocuous troop, but the difference between the level 5 and 6 wall breakers is pretty big.
Let's say they went up to damage per second went up to 80. Then one could hit a level 8 wall, because that would be 3,200 hit points. Mm-hmm. So if we could take out a level 8 wall, it would totally be worth it.
And I feel like if only 2 of them get through a level 11 wall, that might be a little too easy. But yeah, I don't know.
It would still require 2 to get through
level 9.
Level 9. And with the elixir kind of being where it's at, being able to be funneled into the walls at level 8 walls.
Level 9 walls used to be kind of rare, and now I think there's going to be a lot of level 9 walls out there, especially since they made that the cutoff, that's what you can use elixir on. I think you're going to see a lot of Legos sprouting up in people's bases.
Oh, I think so too, because, then of course you're going to want to get your walls to level 8 earlier, so you can start upgrading with both. It's crazy. So Town Hall 11. You've had thoughts.
Oh wait, so let's talk a little more about the Town Hall 9-10 thing here first. So there's something I thought about, which is that really this whole thing of staying at Town Hall 9, which I used to think like, oh, if I get to a certain that's when I'll go to Town Hall 10, like stuff like that. And I think if I there wasn't war, I would have got bored with Town Hall 9 a long time ago, or at least by now, or I'd be getting close to getting bored with Town Hall 9, and I'd be planning to go to Town Hall 10. I don't think there's any way I would stay past Town Hall 9 if both heroes were 20 and I had all Legos. I think I would be like, well, now I need to go to Town Hall 10 because there's just nothing else to achieve. Then I can start getting more trophies and protecting more loot and just getting higher up, and just I think it would have gotten boring. Like I've been Town Hall 9 for so long. But with war, it's like I don't have any plan. Like there's no threshold at which I'm like, oh, if I get there, I'll go to Town Hall 10. Like I'm just getting so much more proficient with the 3-star exploit attacks on the Town Hall 9s and stuff, and it's so fun, and it's such a challenge, and it's so interesting, and the Town Hall 10 attacks would be really fun, but I mean it's pretty much just go wipe, and like maybe then I'd learn a little bit of Lavalunian or something, but it's pretty much just go wipe, and I think that would be super fun. Like it looks fun when people do it, but all this like knowledge and experience I've gotten with like Hallowee and like, Goho Wee and like all the different kind of attacks that I can do, all of that would become completely worthless. Like all this stuff, all this experience and work that I put into mastering this stuff or working towards mastering it would then be useless if I'm switching just to using Go Wipe, because then I just won't be using hogs or balloons, except to lure, basically.
Challenge yourself, you must. Hmm?
What? yeah. But so that's
What would Yoda say?
Oh, but whatever he would say. Yoda's well, actually, I don't know if I should say this. Might be too sensitive of a subject with the audience, but there's a hilarious take that I heard that Yoda's a huge coward. So maybe we could get into that sometime.
Oh.
If we're gonna I'm gonna try to like fire people up and make them be the heel on the podcast and stuff. I can go into why Yoda's a coward sometimes.
Should you Boaz your Town Hall 9 or any Town Hall?
But so I think I would, especially if my heroes were at 20 and I had all Legos and stuff, I would definitely be going to Town Hall 10. But as it stands now, I have no plans of going to Town Hall 10. Like I can't see and a big reason is I don't farm. So right now it's fine to just kind of, putter along, upgrading my walls, upgrading my heroes. If I went to Town Hall 10, there'd be so much to do and I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do my Inferno, all those, the troops, and like, it would be so fun if I was farming, if I was making a lot of loot. It'd be so fun to go through, decide the upgrade order, start working on the troops, start using the new troops. It's always so fun to use new troops and stuff. But I wouldn't be able to do it. It would be so like just depressing. Like I'd just be this, fledgling Town Hall 10 for so long. And it's, so that's another reason. Like right now, since I make so slowly, it's a perfect situation for me. I can progress and do things, but I'm not like having this big laundry list of stuff that I need to do that I can't get to, So I don't know. There's a few different. So it's definitely I definitely am not like a person that's saying everyone should stay at Town Hall 9 till they, get mostly lavas or something like that. I think it's smart to stay at Town Hall 9 till you have at least like all Legos and your heroes are getting close to 20 or something. But I mean, I don't really, if someone wants to go up earlier, that's up to them, as long as they're not rushing, as long as they're not going up before their defenses are maxed and their troops are maxed and stuff, and as long as they have mostly Legos. And so I don't know, it's like I don't feel strongly. Yeah, well, so I don't feel strongly enough to be
I can see
other
where
people
you're
should
saying
do that.
It's a different game now than it was back then.
With
and
war.
Where you fit in war,
yeah.
And depending on all of that. So I see that.
It's just, I don't know, it's just for me, my specific thought. I know there's tons of other people that feel that way, and it's interesting. My latest Boaz Presents episode, which I already recorded, but I had a little bit of audio issues, so I apologize to my guest that it's taking a while for it to come out here. But my guest has an impassioned defense of staying at Town Hall 9 and stuff, and so that'll be interesting for what?
Boazing it.
Yeah, Boazing his Town Hall 9. Yeah, so that's
that'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting for people. This whole debate, which I didn't really think would become a debate, but it's a thing now, and so it'll be interesting.
It's like the gold elixir debate.
Reason. And
it's come up. It's come up over and over
because it's so obvious. But
and sometimes it changes.
Now it's elixir.
Yeah, now with elixir.
Now it's elixir. It wasn't before.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we can go into that.
Go back into. But now it's just like trying to get elixir is. It's been easier, but now the boost. I'm looking at it. I've got 3 million elixir, 4 million gold, and I'm going, wow, I've got 3 million elixir. I'm doing really good, but wait for another week in a couple more wars. And I want to just do a big shout out right now, while I remember, because I thought about this earlier when we were talking, to Bazinga. He has been the leader of L for a while, and Matt became leader, commander. Phantom Warlord became commander of L yesterday, last night.
You said Bazinga left?
No, Bazinga was there. I had asked Matt, he's a Town Hall 10, and Bazinga isn't. But Bazinga had taken over when we went pushing, and I wanted to go travel between the families. And so I would do that. And so I just said, Bazinga, I promoted him to leader. And
wait, is Bazinga Boazing his town hall?
I don't know.
Was there a coup and they installed a Town Hall 10 to lead the clan because they are pissed at him for Boazing it?
He's doing good on his Town Hall 9. No. So I just had asked, man, I didn't think, he was doing good as a leader, managed the clan well. Sasquatch was leader for a while. But I had asked Matt about it, and he said, yeah. And so finally last night Bazinga was on, and it said, well, you give leader to Matt. So congrats to the Phantom Warlord. He is now commander of the L forces, House of L.
Probably half the clan is his accounts.
Yeah, well, he can bring in accounts for wars, which is really nice.
Yeah,
and so it'll be cool to see what he's doing and how he goes. So congrats, thanks Bazinga, Sasquatch, everybody. Snowtop's his war strategy has been really pretty cool. Snowtop's strategy has been within 5 on the first one. Well, he had it reversed originally, and then we talked about it and changed it. Within attack across,
what do you mean
within
reverse?
5. Well, here's how at first it was drop 10 of your number and within 5. And then on the second one, go within 5. But we talked about it, and we go straight across and within 5 on the first attack, and then drop 10 within 5 on your second. And we've been cleaning up those bottom stars really well, and really working the way up. That means the lower THs got to get their attacks in earlier. But the wars have been pretty well. Let me see what our war log is. You never know where it's at. When we started that, I think it was the last 3. We've won the 4 wars ago. We won 3, and then the last one we lost by 3. And they came in at the end and smashed some shit. I mean, it was their top guys still had their attacks. I went in for a 3rd star and missed it. And it just, it was.
We just had an amazing war in Phantom Zone. Actually, it was a 103 win clan that we were facing, and it was like 89-89 with like 45 minutes left or something like that. Ended up winning 95-91. They came in with so many attacks and failed so many attacks, and then we had a bunch of people, higher level people, come in and clean up and stuff, and it was really awesome because they had 103 wins, but really they weren't that great, it turned out. But it was still like an awesome.
That's the interesting
they were good. They weren't like, they didn't seem like 103 win good.
All right, so big shout out, House of L, House of Zod, Kent Farmhouse, Phantom Zone, and House of Non.
House of Non.
House of Non, NON, the absolutely no war ever clan. So what do you think about a Town Hall 11?
Oh yeah, so here. So the reason that I started thinking about it is the new hero. I was just kind of thinking, what would the new hero be at Town Hall? A hero at Town Hall 11 probably because it's at 7 and 9 were the other 2 heroes. So like 7, 9, 11 would kind of be a logical progression for the next hero. But so the heroes are so strong, especially when they get up to really high levels. The game can't handle 3 heroes. That's just not feasible. So my solution was that you can have 3 heroes, but you can only use 2 at a time. So like in each attack, you have to choose which 2 heroes you want.
That would be kind of cool.
Maybe for Go Wipe, there would be, the standard is using, this one and this one, or if you're gonna do, like an air attack, you would want to do this one and this one, or stuff like that. And then maybe even on defense, you would like have to choose which ones you want to use, or maybe you can use all 3 or something, or I don't know. But yeah, I was just thinking that would be a solution, because the game needs another. I mean, I think people want another hero. The hero is like the most important unit, and so it'd be really interesting to have another one. But so my other thought was that air attacks, heroes, like air attacks are really kind of left out of the whole usefulness of heroes. When you're going in a ground attack, the heroes are the focal point of your attack. They're the most important component. Whereas if you're in an air attack, go in, you're doing your air, and the heroes are just this like little something to like clean up some extra percent, or maybe to take out an air defense if someone has an air defense too close to the edge. Maybe you send them in to take out the air defense before sending in your air troops. But so what I've been actually what I've been thinking for a while is that the next hero would have to be air hero, because it's just heroes themselves are just not. They're so much less valuable in an air attack than a ground attack, and maybe it's kind of good because maybe it makes air attacks less, like maybe they would be too strong if you were able to incorporate a hero into it, but yeah, then your hero could share the rages and the heals that you're using on your balloons and stuff, and it would just, I don't know, I feel like that would be so.
Well, the dragon attacks are pretty strong at the lower levels. If you had a flying hero, which would maybe, wasn't it like
but you hit it till the highest low? Yeah,
so you'd have it way up high and you could go in. And what if it was like, wasn't it on what's Wrath of the Titans, the Kraken? Like this beast that just doesn't it fly? The Kraken?
I don't know. I think the Kraken's an underwater creature.
Oh,
I believe.
I'll look it up.
While we're normal mythology.
That'd be kind of nice for Bonier's Kraken Pepper.
and that's what I called the Phantom Warlord, also the Kraken.
It all is many an tentacles. Underwater creature. You're right.
With like tentacles.
Yep.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah, it is an underwater creature. For some reason, I thought it flew, but yeah, I could see an air.
And part of why I thought of that is because I was kind of ruling out the other heroes. Like, I feel like the thing they'll most think of is a wizard hero, and because that would just be, it's so cool, like to have a wizard hero. And so we were talking about the Town Hall 11 speculation in the line chat, so I saved a bunch of quotes from people. So one person, so S.E. Meyer, and I'm guessing he probably has a different name. No, I think that's his in-game name too. But he said a wizard prince would be cool. But I had already been thinking about that, and max wizards deal so much damage already, and so a hero has to has to be a lot stronger than the troop that it is based off. Like, think about how much stronger a Barb King is than a Barb, or how much stronger Archer Queen is than an Archer. So like a wizard hero would deal so much damage, and I think it would probably have to do maybe splash against buildings or something, and I don't know. I feel like it would just be so OP unless it had super low hit points. But then that would just kind of suck to have a hero with really low hit points that just dies and stuff. But I mean, that's the only way it would be balanced at all, is if you have to have the wizard hero behind tank the whole time. Otherwise, it can die so easily, but it does a massive amount of damage. Or
what if
I
it
don't
was
know,
like
anyway,
a court jester, where it distracted things? But that wouldn't be a hero.
yeah, but the next hero has to be so epic. I feel like, like the other two are such a huge thing. So like a jester would just be, I don't know, too not cool. But so the other thing I was thinking of is a tank hero, like so a giant king or golem, warlord or whatever. But golems already have so much HP that another step up in terms of hit points would make this tank hero like basically invincible. Like it would be impossible to kill it, probably, except with a single inferno latching onto it would probably be like really the only way to kill it. And so it just the tank and DPS units in the game are already so strong that a hero version of them would just be, I don't know, it just seems
wall
like
hopping
it would.
prince would be nice. Maybe with not a lot of
Yeah,
hit points.
something else that jumps walls, or something else that flies, or something that like burrows underground or something. Or
Well, where the
so
hell
I
did they
think
come up with a hog rider? I mean,
I don't know, but it's genius. So I was thinking about that when we were all like brainstorming. Coming up with the witch, like that is such a good idea. Like I never would have thought of that. I don't think. Like what an awesome, unique idea for a unit.
and
like
yeah,
oh.
and I maintain level 3 witch is coming because with walls, with the new archer towers, without a level 3 witch, I mean those skeletons are getting taken down a lot faster. And right now she's only summoning, or an adjustment, she's only summoning level 2 witch only summons
7 skeleton,
8.
So is it 7 for level 1 and 8 for level 2?
It must. I don't have all the stuff in front of me, but
so level 3 witch, I think the concern in the past was that it would be really OP, but I feel like if it was only
not with
one
the archer
extra
tower
skeleton. Oh yeah, good
upgrade,
point.
because
now maybe they did that to make room for
because the hit points are 45. So before it would take 1 second per
one skeleton per second,
and now it's 2
skeletons per second.
So I mean, I think they could go up to. I think they could adjust it to be 12, and level 3 could be like 16.
And her damage is already so negligible that a little bit of a boost in her damage would not unbalance things. And I feel like one more skeleton probably wouldn't unbalance things.
Oh, I think they should double the skeletons.
No. That,
because that would put it back to where it was before with the archer towers. Before that double, twice a second archer tower.
But that would be so. A witch doing that many skeletons would be so.
Okay, add
so
4.
overpowered.
4.
That would be.
4
No, it can't be more. I mean, I feel like even more. If you have a bunch of witches, like that's so many more troops per battle because they summon them so many times.
Yeah, but it's same thing with but the archer tower difference. I mean,
but I mean the archer towers are. I mean, it's not like all the buildings are shooting twice as fast. It's just the archer towers, and so the archer towers, like if they're aggroing on skeletons, like they're not necessarily going to just. I mean,
but that would be a game
even
changer.
If they're aggroing on all the skeletons, even if there's only 8 skeletons, say right now, by the time they take out like half the skeletons, the witch is going to summon more skeletons. Like it's already not, one archer tower, even 2 archer towers probably shooting at the same skeletons I think the witch would just keep summoning them, and it would never go on the witch. And so I don't know. I think that's a really tricky troop, because I think it's a really strong. Like they had to nerf it so much after they made it, and I don't know. It's a troop that I don't understand very well in terms of how it would affect the game to increase the skeletons, because the thing is, like, if you increase the skeletons even by 1, that's not 1 more troop. That's like a dozen more troops per battle or something, because they just keep summoning the skeletons, and so it's. Yeah. And then if you have like 4 witches, then it's like 50 more. Even 1 more skeleton is like 50 more troops per battle. So I mean, if you had double, I mean, then it would be like, 100 or whatever more troops for, like, it would be so much more troops per battle that it would be overpowering, I think. And so I don't know.
I don't know. At least
really
at least 2.
thing.
I would hope for 4. That would be my.
I think they can't. I think it would be 1. This because I agree that I think that's the next troop, because it's the only troop that only has a level 2.
Right.
And I think there's a reason
4,
it's only
2.
Yeah, I could see those going to 5 soon, especially because they're trying to get people to use them and stuff. But so here's the thing. I think it's very conspicuous that Witch is only level 2. And I think the reason is because she's such a key unit, and the balancing and everything is just delicate with the Witch. And so I think that's why there's not. Yeah, well, when they first made her, she like when she actually damage in her own, like, basically now it's just the skeletons. Like, she's more of a tank unit than a DPS unit, but when she actually did damage with her attack, like, then she was just ridiculous. So,
she was amazing at the beginning. So maybe
I don't know. I
think
level 3 Witch would be cool, but they can't increase her stats by too much, I don't think. I think it would unbalance
maybe
the
a level
game.
3 and this isn't Town Hall 11 talk necessarily. This is like, okay, this is the new year speculation on. I'm sure we'll get another Dark Troop this year. I don't even want to speculate. It was too exhausting last year.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of speculation from the people in the line chat, though, the K-Fam people, so I can. But the last thing is, I think a level 3 Witch might be in order now, because people don't really use Go Wee Wee much at Town Hall 10. Like, I think maybe if there's like 2 single Infernos or something, then like maybe they would. Like, this is again getting out of my depth talking about Town Hall 10 attacks, so I probably shouldn't piss too many people off. But what I see in Town Hall 10 attacks, go wipes, and it's really strong. It gets the 2-star, which is what you're going for in Town Hall 10 attack, and people don't really use Go Wee Wee at Town Hall 10. So I think if the level 3 Witch was only unlocked at Town Hall 10, which it would be, Go Wee Wee is more of a Town Hall 9 strategy. So if it was only unlocked at Town Hall 10, then it wouldn't improve the people who are already using Go Wee Wee, but it would make Town Hall 10s have to kind of more consider implementing, including witches more in their comps, because right now the Town Hall 10s use 2 witches, and that's to take out the Clan Castle troops, which they're the best unit to take out the Clan Castle troops. But then besides that, they use the housing space on those ridiculously strong wizards, and then the P.E.K.K.A.s and stuff. And so I think when the wizards are that strong, the red wizards, I think having 3 of them is, at least from what I can tell, again, I'm a Town Hall 9, but from what I can tell, people would rather have that be using their housing space on 3 of those crazy wizards than a level 2 witch. So level 3 witch, I think, would be really cool, because it would I don't know, add another dimension to Town Hall 10. I feel like even 1 more skeleton, Scotty, would be.
It's only half a second though.
No, but they're not usually getting shot by archer towers. They're going against
Infernos.
They're going against Infernos, they're going against cannons, they're going against mortars. They're most often going against Clan Castle troops. So if you had 2 witches in your defensive Clan Castle, they both had extra skeletons. They're summoning it multiple times. Like, when the witches clash and, like, they engage each other, and you have some wizards, and then the Clan Castles, the offensive one kills the defensive one, and in the meantime you're doing the rest of your attack after they're engaged with each other. I feel like it would take way longer if there was even one more skeleton on each side, because if, like, there's 2 witches on each side, usually it's 1 witch in the defensive one, but if there's 2 and they just keep summoning the troops and keep summoning the troops, it would be so many skeletons.
It would just suck for me, I'm sure, because then I'd be getting hit. I got 2-starred in this war already. Using 4 golems. 4 golems.
I've been hearing about that, people using more. I've been hearing even about 5 golems that some of the really top people are using.
And I actually I like the attack, because it went it reminded me a lot of the pig dog attack, the quad. I didn't think you could sacrifice that much housing space.
Yeah, for sure.
But I can. I'm gonna probably do that this war. Is I'm gonna use 4 golems.
Interesting.
And 4 golems. Not as many wizards, no Velks, and just I'm down a queen.
Yeah, so that's the thing. You can't do it without if you're using 4 golems, you're counting on your heroes for such a huge percentage of your DPS. So if you're down a hero, I think you're just going to end up with like 3 golems alive at the end with all your DPS units dead, and because that's the kind of thing they say is that if you have a golem that's completely alive at the end, or especially 2, then you didn't balance it right. You brought too many golems, or you put them in the wrong place. Like your golems should last the same length of time as your DPS troops, because their only use is to protect the DPS troops. So like if a golem's banging at a wall or even attacking a defense, it's completely useless. And so having 4 golems, you'd have to be really careful where you put them in, and you'd have to make sure that the whole time they were tanking for units that are actually damaged. And I feel like what you should do is master the 3 golem attack, the 3 golem, 3 P.E.K.K.A., a bunch of wizards, master that, and then after that kind of try expanding it and tweaking it into different stuff.
Ding, ding, and we are going to cut this interview into 2 pieces. We went a little long on this one, of course, as we always do. And we had a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of good stuff coming up in the next episode. So check us out. That'll be episode 16 of Scotty and Boaz Rehash. And you can get a hold of us at WBSMT Radio on Twitter, or at TrueSonBoaz on Twitter, and ClashClansPodcast@gmail.com, TrueSonBoaz@gmail.com, as well as 42427 Clash and ClashClansPodcast@gmail.com, unless I already said that. Anyways, keep clashy, everybody, and stay tuned. Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.